Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. It's my birthday today!
Happy birthday!
And to celebrate, as has become an annual tradition on my birthday, we're doing a home tour. This is our house. Last year, when I turned 40, you might remember we were visiting my parents' house, which used to be my home growing up, and so we did a tour of that house last year. So it's really been like 2 years since we've done a house tour. It's later on in the day, so things are a little darker, but Diana had explained that it's kind of been dark here in Seattle pretty much all day. What you see is pretty much what you get, including my birthday suit, which means something different. But I'm going to be wearing my Darth Vader birthday suit on my birthday. We're recording this a few days ahead of time so that it's timed perfectly for everybody out there. And so shall we give them the tour?
Sure. Should we introduce Wicket and Pixie first?
Absolutely. In case you're not familiar, we have two dogs. We have Pixie and Wicket. Wicket's a bit skittish. Pixie isn't. You can tell them apart. Some people are getting really good at it, too.
Yeah, they
Wicket's curly, kinky hair, and Pixie's got straighter hair, and they're about due. In fact, they got a vet appointment after we do this video.
Yeah.
You guys and gals out there have probably seen most everything in our home or our house because we vlog here pretty much every day or almost every day. This is the entrance to our home. We move things all the time, though. I'm not going to cover every single possible thing that I could cover, or I think, Diana, if you feel like you want to point something out, feel free to do that. Some of the questions that I most commonly receive are specifically in relation to the art that we have around the home. Pretty much, I don't want to say everything, but a lot of what you see hanging, pretty much in this view right now, was done by Justin Hillgrove. He's a local artist, and he even made this little statuette of Sasquatch. He had a Yeti done just like that, only white, and I didn't get that one. All of these are pretty much original. That print up there was a blown up Instagram image that I took, and Diana wanted to replace the stupid art that was hanging there before. I agree. I mean, it was lame. You can, go back in history and you'll see exactly what we're talking about. That's a shot that I actually took, and there's a service that allows you to put your prints on a canvas, and we did just that. There's a fireplace, which Diana does use in the winter months, and I'm tripping over a dog. Sorry, baby. Also, accidentally hitting your very pregnant belly at this time. Everything you see in the house, home of ours, the gnome home, the gnomestead, is probably going to look radically different in a few months' time, as Diana's about ready to give birth to baby Pirillo.
Yes.
On the, was this a coffee table? Okay, all right, well, it's a coffee table. We have a fiber optic light up thing. I got this when I was doing Pirillo picks way back when. I might kick up that video series again, but I ended up finding this at a pretty affordable price online and got it. Then the Iron Man on a plate, or Iron Men? Is it Iron Mans on a plate? These are from Sideshow Collectibles. The plate was one of the first gifts that our friends Jazz and Slav gave us.
Oh, I love it, too.
Yeah, and I think it really works in this room. We did have it in the dining room, but we're doing things in there. We had the baby shower live stream in your channel just the other day. These are LED candles that are controlled by way of a remote, which I believe is Diana put back there, but we've been having some issues with the LED candles. They're fun because they light up independent of one another, and the ones upstairs weren't working, and yes, apparently these aren't working either. One of the new additions in this room is a giraffe, one of my favorite animals when I was a kid. Not so much anymore. I mean, I'm not I'm going to go out and collect giraffes. But it fits in the room, facing the door. I guess that's a very feng shui thing to do. Diana never liked the leopard print, and to tell you the truth, I didn't either. Sometimes I get used to things, and then she says, could we possibly do something? And I'm like, well, I really like the design of these chairs. It's straight out of a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, I love them.
And yeah, well, we got them reupholstered, and this is I think it's a pleather, a fake leather. So these chairs I like because inevitably when someone comes through the door, expectedly, we don't open the door for anybody. They always remark on these chairs, saying, wow, those are so cool, so awesome.
And you you can spill stuff on accident and you can just wipe it off.
Yeah, I think that's the next upgrade we're going to get in this room. The couch has got a cushion or a cover, slip cover. We keep on there because Wicket and Pixie will often jump on the couch. I think it would be a little too costly to get this reupholstered, but we may end up replacing it with something that might be a bit more spit-up friendly, since the kid apparently, it's not in the plan that the kid is going to throw up, but it could very well happen. So these emoji pillow, new pillows from Throwboy, our good friend Roberto, and he no longer lives in town, which is kind of disappointing, but that's okay. Really good guy, and if you're wondering what we did with ours, you can see them here. And the old ones, you might remember, are past here in the front door of the library that doesn't have many books anymore. I just kind of accrue books over time, and I didn't have any connection to any one of the books, and so we ended up getting rid of a lot of them a few years back and replaced those, empty spaces on the shelf with Lego minifigures, which, again, these may end up getting moved. I haven't exactly done much childproofing. We've dog-proofed everything, haven't we, Wicket? These are the old Mac OS X pillows and the classic subscribe button. There's the Lego Death Star. Again, it's kind of I have a feeling we're going to be investing heavily in gates.
Yes.
Like right here, right where Diana's standing. They sell gates, and I think that's going to help us for a while until we can get past, the point of no return or whatever point needs to happen. So these are Justin Hillgrove postcards. You can buy them. A lot of Justin Hillgrove stuff. Postcards, again, these aren't originals, but I had the frames, and I was like, I can just get the postcards, cut them out, and be happy. Those are originals there. Some creepy gnomes. One's happy, one's sad, and a little imp in between them. Or is that two imps? No, it's a little imp. You creeped out?
No.
Okay.
Cute.
Neither am I. So I'm not going to dive too deep and show you everything that we have here. I'm sure everybody could pause and look. There's some smaller Lego vehicles. Pretty much all Lego stuff. A larger one, a Scout Walker. This is the new minifigure shelf. More Star Wars stuff. Hello. And Lego dinosaurs. I don't know if anybody knew that they had a series of Lego dinosaurs. And then there's the Space Needle and Big Ben. There's the Lego Store Build, B-Wing. The first Lego set that I think I got from a friend when he came over to visit for the first time the U.S. He's from Ireland, or is in Ireland. And I don't know if he's ever been in a vlog, but Datalore. And he brought this over as a gift. And that's really the thing that rekindled my fascination with Lego as an adult. Tons of books. Go ahead, freeze frame. I kept the Ghostbusters minifigures there. Everything else is just kind of a smattering. I know where I put every one of them though. So people ask, how do you know? I'm like, well, I haven't exactly cataloged them, but I have a pretty good idea about what I put where. So if I need to get to one again, and I do every so often, I know exactly where to go. I could probably do an entire video on each one of the rooms that we have in our home. There's a couple of classic Star Wars figures. I would say that they're a jewel in my collection, but they're in this room is kind of like a collection of books and collectibles and things that I guess I've dragged Diana kicking and screaming to appreciating.
Yeah, I like these little bitty ones. They're cute.
Oh, I think they call those microfigures?
Okay.
They're not minifigs. They're microfigs. The only one that's missing here on the end is a Darth Vader, which is upstairs, and my workshop is what I'm calling it now. Last year it was the home office. Mm-hmm. So we plan on, I think, moving some of these bigger items away from where little hands might reach them. I had a nightmare last night, as a matter of fact. I did, really, for real. I had a dream that we had kids over. Like, they were relatives, and they had kids, and they had disassembled the Lego Death Star. And I'm like, that's the one thing that I just, I mean, it was a big build. Yeah. And to have to rebuild it, let me just put it to you this way. I don't want to have to rebuild anything. Not a fan of that. I'm more like the adult in the Lego movie. There is no Craggle. No Craggle! There's this is the Stormtrooper helmet that I've worn. It's nice to have on display rather than in the closet. Some other minifigures, the Lego Planets, more Justin Hillgrove originals. I'm just looking and making mental note of what's going to need to be moving up. Mm-hmm. There's some prints of art, which I think we could probably get around to replacing. I like the frames. They're really...
I do too.
Really nice frames, but the prints, I think we could replace if we had found suitable original art, possibly, or maybe our kids' first art.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Aw.
We'll see. Well, we've got some flexibility around there, and I think we've pretty much shown everything I could possibly show in this room. There's the Fighter Force minifigures. These are like special edition. They're not from Lego, but they're Lego compatible. That's George R.R. Martin, or someone who would be George R.R. Martin. And these are, I just haven't opened them. I haven't removed them from the packages, but they're Game of Thrones inspired. I enjoy the room because it's got Lego stuff in it. We can turn off that light, but we won't because it's actually controllable by way of a lighting module in our new home security system powered by Xfinity. We've been working with them, and I guess we're kind of beta testing some not just home security stuff for them, but also smart home stuff in general. So you will see that as we kind of continue through the home, but that's why I didn't turn off that light. I generally, and Diana's really good at this too, I'm turning off lights when we're not using a room. We don't really need to use a light, so we save money. These are probably, the bulbs inside of the chandelier here are probably some of the last bulbs that are incandescent or classic with filament. I would say that most of the lighting in the house is now LED or CFL. The CFL I have in certain, I guess, enclosures. You can't put LED bulbs unless you get a special one, because you can get a special one. You can't put certain LED bulbs in enclosed spaces because I guess it's a heating issue. So when CFLs don't heat up the same way, at least the way that it's been explained to me. So we're largely very energy efficient. We ended up getting these bowls a couple years ago at a local, I guess it was an art show?
Yeah, it was an art walk, but you can walk around and get art. But I like them still.
Mm-hmm. We haven't really used them for anything. No. We've got a heart that Michelle and Doug gave us. Mm-hmm. It was like a Christmas ornament, but it just it fit in the in the bowl. Here we go, your heart. That's the one that you were, the other day in the vlog, you were squeezing. The art on the walls in here, this was done by me, scanned. It's digital art or representation when I first started doodling with dots and lines. This is an original sketch from Sinja, which was Justin Hillgrove's first comic that he did as a collaboration, I believe, with his brother. There's another giraffe which fits in this room. People really, they remark about... When they come in here, they always seem to remark at the paint. So this is metallic, kind of very reflective. I love this type of paint, but it really worked in this room. The only thing is when the paint on this wall or the walls was applied, it was applied incorrectly. The way that it was redone on the ceiling was applied correctly. You can see that the ceiling has a bit more texture because when you apply this paint, you're supposed to, I guess, twist it onto the wall, so that it makes this, kind of that, you can see it in the video. It's this type of impression, that kind of texture. So it's the right paint. It's just the wrong application of it. And
I like it though. I like the clean.
Oh, okay. It works.
And it's green.
Yeah, of course. I think Diana and I would probably choose to go green if need be. I wouldn't mind going all green, like the color. Green never bothered me.
This mirror reminds me of your dad because he helped us turn it around long ways.
This was probably one of your first touches to the house.
Yeah, I think so.
Because this mirror used to be up there where right now Justin Hillgrove hangs, and you said, well, what about putting it in the dining room? And so we picked out that spot and hung it right there. It's kind of nice. All right, so that's it for this room, the dining room, which we don't really use for dining. We might at some point, I suppose. I think if anything, it's turned into the live stream room. So we use this room if we're doing like a live stream with somebody else, like the Geek Outs that I do with Jerry are done over in that particular location, that side of the table. And we had this angle for the baby stream or the baby shower stream. This is a mirror that Diana requested be at the end of the hallway, and I was like, what? For real? And I'm like, I love this mirror.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can just give yourself a quick check before you walk out the door.
Exactly. And see, the problem was I always had to jump, standing here, I'd have to jump up over there to get the full view of my bodacious... it's a large, and my crotch is like all the way down to my knees, but the problem is that I have a big butt. So if I would have had a medium, I wouldn't be able to fit in this. So, This is the back area, broom closet. We're not going to dive into every detail, believe it or not.
And plus, your presents are in there. So.
Oh, because my birthday is in. Well, it's today, the day we're uploading this, but it's this Saturday, July 26th. That's not really a secret for anybody. People send us this little life hack all the time. You can get Lego minifigure keychains, and we just bought these bricks, like super glued them to this particular coat rack mirror thing, and it works. It works exceedingly well. This is not new, and I'm sure at some point in the insane near future, someone will say, "Hey, have you ever thought about doing this to your keys?" Like, hey, I already do that to my keys. Our new thermostats, controlled by Xfinity, so we can control them from anywhere, and we really don't fight over the thermostat so much anymore.
No, it's off right now, and it's 69, so.
Well, it's because, it feels good, but you're warm because you're pregnant. So I'm really hoping that stays.
I know.
I mean, because I like it cool, but that's just me. Now it's also Diana as well. This is the kitchen. Here we are. See, a lot of this is like, it's nothing new for anybody who watches the vlogs.
Right, yeah.
But I'm trying to point out things that I remember we've changed in recent years. Yeah. And the only thing that might change here soon is I think we're gonna be moving the geeky magnetic poetry away from this, because the door, as it shuts, sometimes they fall off, and the last thing we want is the baby to be eating a magnet.
Yes.
Trying to do my nesting thing. Got a nice little bacon. It's a hand towel. I don't know how well it works as a hand towel. It's just more visual. These work more better. They work better. They work insanely better for towels.
Our microwave's down here.
Yep. So that's another thing we got to make sure is shut. We don't want the baby crawling in there, nuking the baby. This would be the way that we hold on to our bottle openers. This is kitchen art that I got on Etsy a while back. Still love it. And you'll see the kitchen art in different places, throughout. I think I'm gonna be highlighting this in a home tour. I'm sorry, this is a home tour, the smart home tour, because I'm going to do a different video specifically about things that we have in our home that make it smart. But that's one of those that I consider it's not an internet connected device, but the idea is that every day when I go to make my coffee, I just basically press the button, 200 French press, and then walk away, and then it brings the water to a perfect temperature for me. And it's an insane time saver. I love it. And every day I use my AeroPress to make coffee. I'm no longer pressing it with my hand, though. I'm sitting on it because I had problems with my hands going numb, and I think that was, one of the reasons why. But I make coffee on my own every day here. Well, for the most part, if I am here.
Yeah. Trash cans?
Yes, which we also probably need to get around to replacing, because they're a bit icky. Old. Yes, old and icky. Compost, recycle, trash, boom, boom, boom. They used to be labeled, but we kind of got rid of most of the labels there. There is where we have the dog's food and water, the shredder. See, like I get to review things, like, and you'll see a lot of that stuff around the house. Sometimes I don't know where to put it, and it worked here. I always try to find a place for everything. Probably, does that frustrate you?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say it probably frustrates Diana, but I'm glad it doesn't.
I'm pretty laid back.
Yeah, I'm very glad you are, because I think like two personalities that were not, well, that were the same personality, I think would be dangerous. Like some people say, opposites attract. I think that's true.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. And this is where we spend most of the time if we have guests over, and we eat here usually. Talk, eat. Talk.
This is the primary area for dining. Easier, more convenient, being right here next to the island. I always called this area home central, because they got drawers and cabinets, and I don't think we want to go in and like show you everything where everything is. But if I did show off one thing or I guess a couple things in this area, got some fun things, including souvenirs that you will see throughout the house as gifted to us by people who watch our community out there. So this cabinet is interesting because for me, it's most interesting because this stack of this stack and this stack, these are all the postcards that we've received from y'all since starting the vlog. This stack of cards, these are the cards that we've been autographing for patrons. and sending out all of these I save all the postcards. I save everything you guys have sent, including all stuff that doesn't really fit anywhere. So right now it goes in here and it looks a little disheveled because it's all like shape, sizes, colors, etc. But this, and Chris Miller, I still have your art there, and I haven't found a place for it, so it's there, safekeeping. Justin Hillgrove original. This is where the pocket change goes in there, and there's the Tim Hortons card that Liz gave us.
And I can't wait till the baby's old enough to where we can go through these with the baby.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, it would be really interesting. You could go through and document every day that we receive those, because I mean they've all been logged. I keep everything that people send. This is the only printer that we really have active in the house. It's a Wi-Fi printer. So it works well, although there's another one downstairs and you'll see it. I want to use that one because it's more compatible with some of the services that we are used to using. It's just that I need to spend $79 on an ink cartridge when this is working just fine right now, so there's no need to spend the money immediately. We're going to run this one dry and then possibly replace that other cartridge at a cost. Here's some postcards that we've yet to go through, so I wanted to make sure that they did not get put away until they were shown in the vlog. And then here is basically the controller unit. Oh, it's okay, baby.
Oh, no.
And the Thor. See, I'm getting these bigger figures now. They're sending them. I'm like, where am I going to stick this guy? So this is part of the Xfinity Smart Home experience, and I happen to like it a lot. It can be controlled by way of this central unit, which is basically a modified Android tablet, but it's not like, a tablet you pick up and, do things with. It's just, it sits here and it controls the network by way of the Zigbee networking protocol. So it's easy to set the security of anything. We've got sensors on the windows, sensors on the doors, sensors on anything. We've got various cameras throughout the house. I'm not going to bother pointing them out. Thermostats are hooked up, light switches, and we'll control a light by way of the internet, maybe upstairs or downstairs, because we got them throughout the house. Various settings, and I usually have it set on the clock. But the reason why I've been very happy with, you saw the date there. We're recording it obviously a couple days before my birthday, but I wanted to make sure we had it done. I'm sure my birthday is going to be nutty enough with a 4-hour live stream. I don't know why I'm doing that on my birthday. I thought my birthday I'm supposed to relax. But one of the things I've grown frustrated with is I like playing with a lot of gadgets and making the home smarter, but I've noticed that I've purchased certain things that have turned out sucking. Like they're horrible experiences. Like we got one of those smart doorbells and it's stupid. But our home isn't stupid. We just happen to have stupid things in it. And I like a certain amount of stupid. Like classic iPhone icon coasters, including the original YouTube app. Does anybody even remember that? I don't know. These were never produced by Apple directly, but I still have them there because they're just kind of fun. At some point, I may end up replacing these with the Game of Thrones coasters that we have in the other room. I'm thinking about it. Just putting these away. I know, but technology just kind of gets old, and Game of Thrones is never going to get old. I mean, the story will eventually end, but, it's fun. We keep our remote controls in the box. There's no reason to stare at the remote controls. We've got a basket that doesn't really do anything. Just decor. Diana probably uses this fireplace most frequently. We use this TV, and we're probably going to use it a lot more when baby Pirillo gets here. But we're on we've got an Apple TV connected to it. That's pretty much our only device apart from the cable box. Yeah. That's connected to it.
We don't really watch a lot of TV, though.
Well, if we do, it's not here. I mean, we listen to a lot of music, so we have that going on. You'll see, like, Bluetooth speakers everywhere. Again, I get all these, like, products for review, and I don't know where to stick half of them. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a... But anyway, so this area's kind of been cleaned up a lot. I got rid of a lot of older electronics that we weren't really using. There's the silver YouTube button, which, I don't know if we're ever going to hit 1 million subscribers. I don't think many vlog channels do. Maybe in time we'll end up getting a better button. And then the Geek Lifestyles YouTube channel, it's a separate one. That's the next one that might hit 100,000 in 4 years or so. Not a lot of people like the geeky content out there. But anyway, I continue to push forward with this home tour. This was a gift from Dave Prowse. It was signed by both he and James Earl Jones. And I wasn't sure where I was going to put it, and Diana recommended putting it there.
Yeah. There used to be a big clock there. And it didn't work, so we replaced it.
I just don't really like analog clocks either. Some more things that we're probably going to have to move around, these kitchen robots. This is another one of those things. I love original art, like this kind of stuff that I could never even imagine, but I love supporting original artists. And so even this picture you see here, this painting, this is an original Justin Hillgrove, Robot City, probably the biggest one we have of his. Diana's brother Hector was visiting in town when we got that. Remember that?
Yeah, that's right.
I remember very clearly. It's one of my favorites. It's even got the 3 laws of robotics on there. So we've got a receipt, which shouldn't be there, but I probably set it down meaning to come back to it. This is the Simpsons Lego set, which I put together, I think, in the other YouTube channel. I'm not sure where I put the Lego stuff. The Minecraft set has moved here. I've got to put together this particular set. I haven't done it yet, but the other sets are connected here, and that will eventually get connected there. I'll be making a video on that, I'm sure. And then all of the Lord of the Rings, Hobbit sets that I've put together, and many of the minifigs are over here. Okay, this is going to drive me nuts, but sorry, I didn't realize that dog toys. Look at that, Star Wars dog toys, and one of Wicket and Pixie's first dog toys. Pixie loves this bed, and it needs to be cleaned very frequently. But I was going to point out the Nutcracker. I'm a huge fan of Steinbach and Kurt Adler style Nutcrackers, and this is here pretty much year round. You'll see more of them downstairs. This is another this light stand thing I got super cheap, and more kitchen robots, and the Maneki. The Good Luck cat that Jazz and Slav gave us is there at this time. And see, this is the thing. I tend, and I guess Diana does too, we tend to move things around frequently enough, so you just never know when, something, where'd that go? It's over there now. I should point out that these flowers are the first flowers I ever gave Diana.
Yeah, and they're yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yellow rose is her favorite. Mm-hmm. I'm attempting to start a Jack Skellington shelf. I don't know how it's going to work yet. I lost a lot of classic Jack Skellington stuff in the move when I moved into this house, and unfortunately, a lot of the good stuff was damaged. This is as much as I've really got to display right now. This is somewhat of an ego shelf here. We've got many of the things that Diana and I had at our wedding, including from my mother and father, our friends Liana and Michelle, who are both from Hawaii, and so the leis, I guess, are a tradition, and the Lego cake topper of sorts, and then underneath there we have cards that came from the wedding. When Wicket and Pixie were younger, I impressed their paws in this little ceramic thing in there, and then there's a photo from our wedding. It's in this nice little 3D-ish frame, and then some fan art of both Diana and myself, and as more comes in and is display worthy, and most of it is, it will come here. And okay, I know Chris is going to ask, well, wait a minute, yours is curled, and I haven't had a chance to uncurl it, frame it to get it on display. So flat usually works better, like heavier cardstock for that kind of stuff. So it's not that I'm intentionally slagging anybody or everybody. I'm going to set this receipt over here because it's driving me nuts. Because I'm like, crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. This is what is often referred to as a butler pantry, or butler's pantry. There's the Control-Alt-Delete cups, fun. Some Stormtrooper mugs, Star Wars glasses. I think in our first vlog or our second vlog, I showed these. They're LEDs inside, and you can they're shot glasses, or you can stick other stuff in them. Most of the stuff that is going to be in here is just glass that could be. We don't really have any other place to put it, and just glass. Glass is stuff for parties or that kind of stuff. We don't really party that much here. Some Justin Hillgrove art against the perimeter. I meant to take this upstairs, but didn't. This is a lot of the stuff for my Darth Vader themed birthday party. I've decided that for the rest of my life, that's how I want to celebrate my birthday. And that may change. I reserve the right, as Chris Pirillo, as humble executor of my own wishes, to basically choose the theme. And right now, I think for the rest of my life, I'm probably going to be going Darth Vader themed. Because I don't think he's going away anytime soon. And I enjoy Darth Vader. And we need to collect something other than dust. Yeah. As we get older, this is what I'm saying. This is the throne room. This is what we call it. And this is where Jerry Barnacle-Lee's Nerdgasm Berg sat, right there. There's a Justin Hillgrove original here, if only because we haven't really found another place for it yet, or it possibly might end up in the kids' room. I'm a huge fan of Justin Hillgrove, and just wanted something in here that was somewhat entertaining, as people were doing other things. So we had a problem with the door. I think they call it a bucket door, sliding door, recessed door. I don't know. Well, it's a door that slides in and out. And Diana likes it out when it's a little, and I like it flush. So we fight over that all the time. Hey, we have to find something to fight about. But anyway, when they constructed this house, this door, basically the wheels on top, it wasn't even connected to the track. So this door started, it was sliding this way, and it became difficult to shut the door. So you can't tell, or you can barely tell, but we found a handyman who basically drilled a hole through the wall right here, put the wheel back on the track, and then sealed it up, painted, got everything done, and that he did an amazing job. Mm-hmm. I'm so impressed with the level of detail work. To find a good handy person, there's no way I could have done that. I mean, I'm just not that handy. I'm not gonna go, I can plug something in. Oh, hey, that was handy. I can do that. But that's about it. But the only thing that happened in the whole repainting process is I think one of Diana's hairs got painted onto the wall. There's no way that one's mine. No way that was mine. Hun, my hair's never been that long, or at least not in here. There's the hair painted on the switch. There's a piece of us in the house. Yeah, there's the Fight Club soap, which impresses some people who have seen Fight Club. Amazing movie. Candle is not real, but it turns on every day at 9 p.m. Oh, you know that? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. Cool. I didn't know you could set it. This is the blue canary in the outlet by the light switch. And I kept moving it. Yeah. And I was like, you can't move it, honey. This is the only place Seriously, she kept moving it. It's like we had no other switch where it just worked. Yeah. This is like the blue canary in the outlet by the light switch, or that's the fan switch. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I can't twist it around. He's not really watching over you. He's watching over this. Mm-hmm. I don't know, a decoration thing, whatever it is. So that's, if you don't understand, you're never going to understand. We keep vases and other glassware down here, which again may get moved. Some old electronics that we're never going to use again as well. Yeah, look at this. Look at all these phones. We have tons of phones that we're never going to use again. Who uses phones? I mean, we use our smartphones anymore. Different things that we can light, I think, are in here. Yeah, look at that. Like, we've had these for a couple of years. Candle stuff. We'd probably get rid of half of it. Yeah, I think so. Oh, look at that. Forgot. Pull that out for my birthday cake. See, sometimes I get dupes of things. Oh, yes, Justin Hillgrove Originals. Okay, I think that's it for this level. I'm going to... Okay, just make sure I turned on the right lights, or off the right lights. These are hue bulbs, by the way. We still have hue bulbs up here in the hallway, and we now have hue bulbs in the sconces in the family room, front room area, and we're able to dynamically change the light, throughout the day or night, and I kind of like that. Let's possibly pop downstairs to the awesome room before we head upstairs, because you guys don't really necessarily get to see the awesome room all that often. We do spend time down here. But it's great for guests. It's great for a separate area, and I'll explain what I'd like to do in one of the rooms. Behind me there, that's where we keep any kind of paperwork, billing, temporarily, anything that we might need to take action on. It's just it's there, it's out of the way, not in anybody's face. I think this was part of the thumbnail to, I think, a home tour 2 years ago, or maybe it was the first vlogging home tour. These are original art from Unique Product, I believe. It's been so long, but these are original pen and ink on old vinyl, and I ended up putting them here, and I think they work out exceedingly well. The only thing that I might want to do here at some point is get floating shelves, possibly, but the problem is that it would have to be really low or ultimately really high because of the placement of these records. Or what I'll do is end up moving these possibly on top of these, just to get some more shelf space, if only to set things on. I've seen that in other homes, and I really like it. That wicker basket, by the way, is you can pick it up. So if we have things to go downstairs, we put them in here, and then the next time we go down, we basically come down here. Crawl space over here. Not all that exciting. I'm not going to really show anything because it's just a bunch of dirt. The biggest change from last year is here. These are it's original art, but these are prints. Unfortunately, the artist did not make any originals. They're all print, and so these are Dia de los Muertos Star Wars. How'd I do?
Yeah, that was great.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
But anyway, I found the original artist of these because his stuff gets shared all the time, but he doesn't get the credit for it. So I found his Etsy store, and we ended up getting these and put the frames intentionally offset before anybody starts freaking out. Some of these two chairs I originally got for my office.
Oh, really?
Eons ago, and they didn't work that well over time, and so they just ended up making their way down here. So it's a nice little sitting area. This used to be my printer stand until I got rid of the printer in my workshop because I wasn't using it all that often. It was taking up space. Some other Star Wars collectibles down there, including the books on tape that I had growing up. Only I had the vinyl. Star Wars flip book, Star Wars on film. We talked about that and showed that off in the vlog. Jabba was the only character, by the way. The reason why he's here is because he was the only character that was horizontal rather than vertical like the other ones up there. But the detail on these characters, I think, is just astounding. His stuff has been shared so frequently in social, and like I said, he doesn't get the credit, and I think he deserves the credit enough that I ended up buying most of what he was able to produce with the Star Wars stuff. Some of the Lego things that I've put together, some smaller sets and vehicles, or just toys or random things that I get, have made their way here. And that will likely continue to happen with action figures that don't necessarily fit a certain theme. So I've got a couple of Marvel characters here from DorksideToys.com. Someone had sent this, the old DeLorean from Back to the Future. The Lego Back to the Future car is not here, though. Some of the things you would have seen in the vlog before, like Slav and Jazz gave us that as a gift. We've got a Star Wars coin. Actually, you know what I'm going to do with this? If I can do this the right way, I can keep it open. Oh, it's not going to stay. There we go. Let's try this. Just a nice way of displaying the coin there. Perfect. See, I make changes all the time, including, thank you, hun. These are Minikins. I just set these up today. This is Series 1 and 2, Garbage Pail Kids, which I collect the stickers for. And they just started to release these little figurines. They're like super, super, super tiny, super, super small. And they fall over really easily. But this is where they may likely end up because I'm a fan of Garbage Pail Kids. My first fez, my only fez, the gloves, or the Hulk hands that I used, I think in the first Pirillo Picks video that I did a long time ago. The guest bathroom with all sorts of fun, funky soaps that aren't funky. They're supposed to wash the funk off you.
Yeah.
These are not original. I got them at like one of those stores where you can buy like generic art for the walls. I got them eons ago. And have had them for quite some time. And they just kind of work in this bathroom. I mean, we don't really spend a lot of time here. It's just for guests. Yeah. In fact, we don't have art hanging here right now, so I need to find something to fill this space, if only so that I've got something hanging on the hook. I'll look upstairs. Shower stall, not a bath. Toilet, we're not going to look in there. Some geeky scents. Fraggle Rock. I think we got some Dark Crystal scents in here, and Labyrinth. Another Fraggle Rock. I know we have the other ones. Labyrinth right there. Just random scents that someone might be able to use for perfume or air freshener or whatever. Other stuff up there, including room spritzer, hand sanitizer, etc. Up here, we've got some geeky food soaps that are still in cellophane, probably never going to be used. Another local artist on a woodcut. That's not original, but two AT-ATs going at it. Hey, get it? AT-AT, it. I think that was another flower. Well, yes, obviously it was another flower, but I'm saying that another one of those things that I got Diana that ended up sticking around for a while.
Well, I set it down here for when your parents came, remember?
Oh.
And we kept it.
Okay, well, I didn't remember that, but now I have context. Thank you. Not like it matters. I'm just saying, I just didn't know. Sushi soap. It's all soap. All sushi. Some bacon soap. And now that I see that, there's some... There we go, see. Look at that. See how that works? See, bacon. You feel me? Yeah, you like that? Do you like that? I'm rearranging.
Bacon soap?
You know how I put the bacon together with the other bacon?
Yeah.
See, and I just even put the blue stuff over there too, so it's just, it's nicer.
Yeah.
I agree. These things are in every one of our bathrooms. Great way of storing Kleenex without taking up counter space, as well as toilet paper, tissue paper. But these things are great. And I got them like eons ago. I don't even think they sell them anymore. unfortunately, because they're wonderful. Now let's walk into the awesome room. I had the mirrors put in when I moved in, and these containers have largely items of bedding.
Yeah, pillows.
Pillows and stuff. Mm-hmm. I think there's not so much bedding in there. I think old dog things, possibly. Things that we haven't really found a place for anywhere else. At least I'm pretty sure. Hang on. Yeah, like old stupid art. You know, I know exactly what's going to hang in that bathroom.
What?
We were going to donate it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
This bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's in the garage. Well, I mean, the thing, anyway, you'll have to stay tuned to the next home tour to find out what we placed there. This is where the exercise machine is currently, the Gazelle, which I know I need to get back on. I really, really genuinely do. I've kind of been waiting for one of those wearables that tracks battery, that tracks, you know, your everything. Yeah. So that way I'm like, you know, recording everything that I'm doing. I don't know. And speaking of recording everything I'm doing, I thought about setting something up like here and then live streaming me doing whatever I'm doing on hopefully a daily basis at some point. But I'm waiting for the right wearable because most of them right now kind of suck in certain ways, in different ways, because I'm looking for, you know, something that works for me. So right here, believe it or not, we get spiders all the time, and these traps have to be changed about maybe once a month, every couple months. But they definitely, I mean, I set these down like a week ago, and I checked like a day after I set it down, and this one already had 2 spiders on it. Oh my god! I don't know if I want to be working out this closely to spiders. This is a sofa that I got before Diana's brother visited, so he got to break it in. Yeah. I needed a pull-out for this room, and this is probably about the best pull-out that you could possibly ever get. It's like a foam mattress. It's very comfortable. It never loses its shape. It's a very comfortable pull-out, and most pull-outs aren't. But I just wanted to make a remark on that. Persian rug here, which has been in my family for years. Honey, it's not really that. I mean, it's special, but I'm saying it's not.
Really?
Wow, that's impressive. Yeah. I believe they call this a settee. This is from Pod Camp. Our friend Brent made that. One of the old locker gnome pillows. Console with. This is the only game console we currently have. A classic Xbox there. Sling box underneath it. Cable. There's the iCade there. Plants, speakers. The first HDTV I still have, still works quite well. It's plasma, and they don't really make plasma displays anymore. There's a fireplace that had to get a wireless controller because the wiring that they installed was it was low grade, I guess, and it inevitably lost its signal between the switch and the fireplace, which is controlled, obviously, by a switch. So it does get used when we do have people staying here, guests. The end table with remote controls, a tablet that I still have in the box. The Nutcrackers, since we try to get one once a year, is a tradition that I started a couple of years ago. Most of them flow down here. You guys know these guys are like, hello, I'm Nutcracker. I'm not going to do the voice, though, because it takes processing. But that's what I'll do. I'll do a deep voice, or I'll do a high voice, and then as they move around, or they move their mouths, that's what happens.
December thing.
It is. It's really a special Christmas thing. So we're having Christmas in July. That's what having a birthday is about. These are woodcuts again from the same artist of the Humping AT-ATs going at it. Super Mario Brothers in a Swamp and the Black Knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. More LED candles. Really, those are the only candles that we really have. A Lego Bionicle. When Diana first moved in, she and I agreed that I had a whole bunch of junk here, and she said, "I think you're the one who recommended that we go out and get Bionicles. They were on sale. These Lego things."
Yeah.
And
I like the colors.
Yeah, very very bright, very vibrant, and very Lego-y. And so these are the only Bionicles that I currently have in the house. Really, I don't collect Bionicle stuff, even though it's Lego. Stuff that doesn't really go anywhere else is here. So a couple of classic kettles, which I think we'd keep one of them, but one of them might be able to get donated. We got paper towels, which I'd probably put away because I don't know if I'd really want paper towels on display like that. A printer that was sent to us that we've never used. I had no place to put it. It was so big. It's so big. Got a small refrigerator. Found out that the sink here was leaking, so I ended up having to get that repaired over the past year. Not that that's a big deal. There's some of the Easter eggs. These are little weights that Mom wants when she comes here. We have glasses down here. Again, mostly guest stuff. Some cooking stuff too. What are these? They're ovens, aren't they? Mm-hmm. I don't know what kind of ovens. Rotisserie and BBQ. Yeah. We just don't necessarily use them. We don't really rotisserie stuff that I know of. Silverware. It's not really silver. Oh, this is where the style is. I like flat because we had one that floated upstairs somehow, and I had no idea how it got there. This drives me nuts. I can't stand stuff that doesn't match. A lot of the kid stuff that I get, for either review or get or have received over time as gifts or what have you. The kid stuff is currently here, just stuff that I've accrued. This is where we keep the internet. Comes streaming in through here. You like that? Yeah. Pretty cute little joke. So it comes in here, and then it gets piped out from there. I've got switches and modems and all sorts of other stuff in here, including a ton of dead tech. Some stuff is being actively used, of course, but many of the gadgets that I get over a period of time they become worthless quickly. I mean, it's technology. You always have to upgrade. And so I have a lot of things that are used in here that I don't know if I'm ever going to use again. So this closet is ripe for reinvention. Are you? That
keyboard, remember that noise?
I was wondering, are you having fun with my keyboard? She is. She's tickling the keys. So there is where the internet exists, or begins, for the house. And that is the awesome room. Oh, do you want to show them the dimmable lights?
For when we watch movies.
Those are LEDs. It's very cool and bright. I like those LED bulbs. This room... if Diana pulls out her phone, do you have your phone on you?
I don't.
Oh, okay, well, sorry. Yeah, I got my, okay. Of course do I have my phone. Is my name Chris Pirillo? Hang on, what I was going to do is I was going to pull up the app to be able to control lights, and this is one of the lights that can be controlled by way of the internet. So I'm actually connecting to a different access point to control this light switch. This is what we call, well, they labeled it, I didn't get a chance to label it, office. And so... there we go. I just turned off that light by way of the internet. And I just turned it on again. It's so much fun. This is an office area that doesn't get much use right now. But at some point, as I grow my production team, I would actually probably prefer to convert this into a studio of sorts. And at that point, then, when it's time, sell the furniture and, basically... rebuild, because it would be a great space to have it kind of away from everything or out of the way. But at this point, a lot of my documentation over the years, stuff that I have, but I don't really have any other place for it at this stage, comes to this room. Some audio equipment, some video equipment, paperwork, things that might be in an office, but it just doesn't get much use right now.
But when the baby comes, you might need some quiet time down here.
Well, I'm probably going to be doing most production upstairs. That's where the video happens right now. I wouldn't spend much time down here.
You could probably still hear the baby.
I don't know. No. I doubt it. Not this far away. I doubt it. But like this would be like I would say a production studio, so that if I began producing differently from the way I do it now, then I'd probably bring it down here. Otherwise, it wouldn't make much sense down here. For now, that could very well change. The dead media room, whole bunch of CDs, DVDs, a VHS tape. I think this is the only VHS tape. No, I guess I have a few VHS tapes here. Aladdin on VHS, an old reel, my Computer Basics VHS, Star Wars, The Far Side, and some blank VHS tapes because you never know. Tons of DVDs and a whole bunch of boxes. These I also have to go through every so often. I got to go through these again because some of these products I don't even have anymore. Many of them I do, but most of those products that I don't have anymore, the boxes are back. It kind of goes not too far back there, but there are boxes back there. And in case anyone was wondering, which I'm sure nobody was wondering, in my Weird Al CD collection, I did finally get the Weird Al Yankovic in 3D. It arrived today, so my collection is complete again. I don't know what happened to my first in 3D. I had it. I know I had it. And these are in alphabetical order. I didn't do that, by the way. My mom did. So thank you. I totally would have. If I had the time, absolutely. Not that this is a big deal, but the light bulb in that enclosed area, space, wall, unit thing. Obviously, I'm not an electrician. I don't know much about electricity. I know you hit a switch and it goes on and off. That is also an incandescent bulb. It's one of the few that happen to remain in the home. So you go ahead first. We'll go upstairs. And I recognize that I'm more of a collector, I think, than Diana. Diana likes different things. So that's probably one of the reasons why.
That's an understatement.
Well, okay, but I'm saying I'm a collector. I've always kind of, I guess, been a collector, and I don't know if you really have ever had a collection per se.
Well, I try to keep my collection in one area.
No, well, 2, really. 3, maybe. I'm sure all this is just going to go right out the window here in about 2 months. All right, now we're heading upstairs.
Yes.
This is another canvas art print from the same place that we got that one.
And this is us.
Yes, at the end of a pier. It was taken by the person who directed a documentary, the one that was put out a few years ago, and I just like it here. It just always reminds me of that day. It was a lot of fun. This is the back of Diana's head. And upstairs. This is a very familiar place.
Yes.
We spent a lot of time up here, including in here. Is this where we're headed first?
Yeah, let's
okay.
do this first.
I do not want to spend a lot of time in my office / workshop. I'm calling it the workshop now because I keep going back and forth, but my grandfather had a workshop and he passed away this year, and this is just another way of, remembering, my roots. And even though it's not much of a workshop, I do get work done here. And workshop sounds a lot more fun than office, I think. I like the word. You will see a ton more Darth Vader things. Many of these items you've likely seen in the vlog. I don't want to spend a lot of time in here, if only because I also do a home office / workshop tour every year on New Year's. That's in another 6 months or so. So I don't want to dive too deep in here because you'll get a deeper dive in that video. So if you want, you could watch this year's the video that was recorded 6 months ago or so. Of course, new Darth Vader stuff is in this area, and more will explode because just recently I had installed floating shelves above the doors, and we'll be populating them with more stuff. Hey, everyone needs something, right? Other than collecting dust, which these things do. They collect dust. I have birthday presents here, waiting to be unwrapped live when we do that stream. Another big change that would have happened from the last house tour in this room, I mean, beyond the exploding the collection, getting rid of a lot of useless technology crap. I mean, I got some useful things too, obviously, like the camera that streams the live video, my screen connected to a classic Mac Pro. Now it's a classic Mac Pro. It's in severe need of upgrading. That's a new screen, replacing 2 30-inch monitors. Keeps this room a lot cooler too, having a different screen, that screen there specifically. Closet with a whole bunch of stuff that I don't necessarily use on a regular basis. And then the big TV. We do use this one frequently enough, I think. Mostly Star Wars stuff. I've got, what Darth Vader's had a place with his bent lightsaber. Let's put him on a Darth Vader shelf. There we go. That's the Tetris shelf. There's the Stormtrooper shelf with a whole bunch of Darth Vader pins. And the Doctor Who corner. So don't say that I don't spread the love around like butter. Yeah. This is the workshop. You guys see this so frequently, guys and gals, not just guys. So if you want a deeper dive of this, it'll definitely happen in my workshop tour. This is a plant stand of sorts. It has a Justin Hillgrove sketchy bear and fan art that was absolutely suitable for framing. I love this. That's Diana and me as Lego minifigures. It's fun. It's fun. Our thermostat upstairs is behind this Justin Hillgrove. Bam! Just like that. Because why would I need to stare at that all the time?
Now they're going to wonder what else is behind.
I know. Yeah, there's nothing else. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't.
Yeah.
We'll keep you guessing. I'm saying I'd rather stare at this painting than the thermostat unit on the wall. This is an original, but a Natasha Westcoat original. And she painted this live on YouTube in my stream a few years ago in this channel. It was a long time ago. Laundry room. This is what you guys will hear. And when I'm doing a stream, sometimes the wall. It's happening right here. Don't really have a color theme in the room. Well, but these are blue, so we went with blue here. Yeah. I've had these for a few years, and really no reason to replace them. I mean, they work well enough. They're on casters of sorts, so that it doesn't provide. I guess it's like on plastic things, so that as it shakes around, it doesn't hurt the house or something. Or maybe there's a reason you're supposed to do that. I can't remember what. Oh, we're doing laundry now.
Well, as soon as this is over, I'm going to do my first load of baby clothes. So that's exciting.
But we won't be vlogging it, sadly, because this is the day's vlog that you guys get to see. Now, speaking of baby, this is a room that really didn't have a definition up until we were pregnant. And this is going to be the baby's room. Mm-hmm. And it's not complete. I think Diana does want to replace the drapes at some point. I don't mind the drapes. The drapes, to me, are fine, but she wants to change them, so we'll change them. And there's a closet. We're still getting through this as well. We just bought baby hangers, kid hangers. They're not even baby hangers. Kid hangers. And Diana informed me that I have to take all of my action figures and move them. So I'm probably going to be taking them down somewhere near the awesome room. Okay.
Are you sad?
No, I'm not sad. I'm not getting rid of them. I'm just we're removing them. The only thing we need to eliminate, I think, at some point in the near future, we have all these conference bags. Mm-hmm. We just need to go through them and possibly donate them. I wouldn't throw them away. I think there's some value in holding on to them. Yeah. We went through a lot of this stuff out for the babies, for the baby, at the baby shower. So I don't want to go too deeply into everything that we have here. But the other furniture, we're obviously going with a darker theme in this room. This is the ironing board here that I installed because I needed something somewhere, and it ended up being here. The TV, this TV, we may move it, it may stay, we don't know. I think at some point we need to get matching bookshelves for this room, possibly. If only because we've got some books and other things that might want to go on a shelf. We're also looking for some kind of a rocker to go in here, either there or there. Like I said, I'm not sure what we're going to do with the TV. We've got some paintings hanging up, Justin Hillgrove's. We also have Chris Miller's Hand of Hamsa. This will likely stay, although I don't know where in this room, but I just like it. I like it. It's original, and it's also Star Wars themed, so of course I'm a fan. That's the baby's room. This is the room that's probably going to undergo the most radical transformation between this year and next year's home tour.
And next year there'll be a baby in here.
In here? No, there will be a baby everywhere. Like, this is the biggest challenge for Chris Pirillo. Not so much Diana. I think Diana's just going to take it as it comes. Chris Pirillo is going to have to loosen up a bit, I think, that's what I have to say. I think we have to move some of the stuff around. I haven't done it yet, but a lot of these Lego sets may end up going downstairs where you saw before. I'd like to put the TV on this, but it's too tall, and I have a feeling that the TV could topple because it's tall and it's not weighted enough at the bottom. But the TV could very well go in here. It could. I don't know how to make sure this would be stable. To anchor it? Yeah, but again, unless you're drilling into a stud, I would be really nervous about putting the TV on there, not without getting someone's, professional opinion, because I'm not professional by any stretch. Those are some of the books that I had when I was a kid. These Value Tales, which they don't make anymore. I thought they did, but I don't know if I even have the full collection. I might. But I remember Mom ended up sending away, this was a mail away thing, they still do this. You can send your kid's name in and you choose the theme, and then what you get is a customized book. And so your name is printed in here and your birth date and your birth jewel and everything. So I was in a book, me, Snow White, and the Seven Dwarfs. Oh. I mean, now it's all interactive, like, oh yeah, you can download an app to do that, Chris. Well, we didn't have apps growing up, okay? So I'm just saying, that's something that I had as a kid. I was a fan of Aladdin.
Oh, I love Aladdin.
I mean, I was in college, but I love the little books, so we'll be getting tons of little books. I love little books. These are some of the books that I had when I was a kid. Not all the books, obviously, and we'll be getting all the classics, all the new classics, all the old classics, and books. Can't have too many books. There's a bookshelf that has stuff that may end up getting moved around as well. A lot of our swash, I guess. What would you call it? Containers? Pods? Yeah. As well as the Steve Jobs with the Santa cap. Some original Justin Hillgroves. Diana's. Mine. See, Diana likes Batman, so she got the Batman. Yeah. With the Joker, and they're holding hands. And there's one over here, Boba Fett and Han Solo. You know what?
What?
I think
switch them.
Yeah. I think I want to put these in the kids' room.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean, like I walk around, I see new things all the time. And I'm like, if we do it here, sometimes I make these changes, and I really like how some of these things get changed. And I like sometimes Diana makes a suggestion, and we go that way. More throwaway pillows here, including, remember these glow pillows we got a while ago? They just stopped glowing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still nice. They're very soft,
They
but
are.
this is a futon, so this is a guest room that we use. And and we've got some old cables, extra cablings there, extra bedding under there, just another floor rug thing that just ended up somewhere. This is the swash. We talked about it a few weeks ago. We're lucky enough to be able to be some of the first people to use these units. What they are, it's not a washer, it's not a dryer, it's not a dry cleaner, but something in between. So on the day that Weird Al just released his new album, which is now like #1 in the Billboard album charts, Mandatory Fun, I realized that the shirt that I wanted to wear was dirty. I mean, it was dirty. I had worn it. It was all wrinkled. So it worked out perfectly that I was able to put it in the swash and hung it on here, took some of these grippy grabbies to pull it taut, and then basically put the pod here, shut it, pressed the button, and 10 minutes later, the shirt was fresh. It was clean. I didn't have to run a load of laundry. Obviously, I wasn't going to dry clean a t-shirt, but that's the nice thing. Diana has delicates that she doesn't even want to wash. She doesn't even want to wear because they're so delicate. And the swash will basically take care of them without having to worry about taking them to dry cleaning. Mm-hmm. So it's a huge cost savings. It's worked perfect for me when I want to freshen something up, including pants that I wear. I tend to wear like the jeans that you'll see me wear on a daily basis. I wear them for like weeks at a time. And let's face it, you wear things on your legs and the whole thing that your pants covers area, they need to be freshened up sometimes, and it may not be ready for a new load of laundry, so it's just as easy to stick it in here and let it ride. I think it only doesn't work with a couple of materials. Right. Silk, leather, there's at least one other. Yeah. What is it? I don't know. So either way, it works perfectly for us, not just in this location, but just as a home device in general. This is the kind of gadgetry that I love. Something that really, it works. It's easy. You put a pot in, you shut the door, you press a button, and 10 minutes later your clothes are fresh. Again, not a washer dryer, not a dry cleaner, somewhere in between. In here is the Closet of Wonders, and there are wondrous things in the closet. We're not going to go in there right now because we'll never come out. It's actually an entrance to Narnia, we discovered.
Ooh, we'll
really.
Keep it a secret.
No, people know what's in the closet. It's just that right now, honestly, because I wasn't kidding when I said that the biggest change to the house is likely going to be the kid. Yeah. I've had to shift things around. We've had to shift things around, move things around, not just for reorganization purposes, but we've eliminated a lot of things. We've donated a lot of things, and we'll continue to do that as well. I'm always looking for ways of lightening the load, so to speak. It's just one step at a time. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was our home. Not a house. House is the building. Home is, where you live.
This is my office, and I love this because I love sparkles. And you look over here, I have a pretty little vanity. And these are from Hawaii, one of my favorite memories. And a bunch of Yoda stuff, because I like green. Oh, I still have to open this. This is my very first birth present. What?
I didn't know that there were such things. I know birthday, birth present.
But it's really sweet. And a little dog bed down here. Not much, as you can see. Won't go into detail.
You don't really use the computer all that often. But this isn't just a computer room for you. I mean, you wanted your own space, and this is it, including in the closet. You want to show them the closet?
I don't know.
It's fine. I think they'll like it.
Shoes and clothes.
Shoes and clothes, but that's if you collect anything, I think shoes, clothes, makeup, sparklies, this is a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you'll just have to imagine what's in Diana's closet then.
Well, it's just dressier dresses.
Yeah, well, it's not bad. You don't want to show them?
I can.
Okay, well, would you guys like to see? If you don't, I'll tell you what, we'll make a deal. Okay. You don't want to see Diana's closet? You can skip this part, but I think everybody else wants to see it. All right, there we see. Look what I'm saying.
So these are dressy, like a New Year's dress or something like that. Something that I wouldn't wear on an everyday basis. And more winter shoes. Love those.
And that was.
Am I very private?
Oh,
very.
Yeah, see, like that's the thing. Is like I'm living my life out there. Like, hey, we got this, we got that, I got that. And Daddy's like, I have shoes, and that's it. Can we show him the back of this door?
Oh yeah. This is.
No, it's fine. I was brushing it with my hood.
Okay, so if you watch our vlogs, you know in the winter time I love hats. I love to keep my head warm. So I turned this into a hat rack. So, including, this is what I pin them with.
Clothespins?
Mm-hmm. White ones.
You wanted white clothespins, so I got them for you.
And pin this. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Well, maybe we'll have to come back, because I have a feeling this is one of those things that if one thing falls, they all fall. Do you got it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm starting to sweat over here. Not just because I'm hot.
And my Christmas hat.
I'm just worried, like, it just looks precarious, that's all.
Like it's all gonna fall.
Yeah, like in the middle of the night we hear this. Yeah. Baby bathroom, guest bathroom.
Yeah.
Combination between the two. Those are LED bulbs, I replaced those. It's not, oh, what the F diggity? How's that one out? It's an LED.
Oh, there we go. Yay.
Sounds like, what?
Just needed your touch.
Yeah, you just need to be screwed in. So, yes, this is where the baby will likely be bathing, showering, pooping, you know, everything that the baby... No, I guess the baby can poop anywhere. Apparently. I guess they don't come out of the womb, like, ready to go. You need to go through a period of adjustment with the kid. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's this room. That will likely be turned into the baby room. We're staying, you might note, that as you look around, I mean, we haven't baby-proofed yet. We've got some child-proofing or baby-proofing things. We've been told by many parents saying, just, you know, take it as it comes. You'll figure things out. So we're gonna try not to get overwhelmed or too overwhelmed with a lot of the things that we can do. I know that some of the things that we should do, but you'll note the color schemes as well. We're staying very neutral, not just because Diana likes green, but we're not doing a lot of blues and pinks or typical boy or girl colors. Right. Now, if the child decides that he or she wants to, you know, likes a certain color, well, then that's what we go with. But until then, we're going to keep it as neutral as we possibly can.
We don't want to push a color on them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Plus, it works. I like it because it works. Diana likes it because it works, and we don't want to push a color on them. Yeah, I think it's the easiest way of kind of putting it. This is the bedroom. That again, a lot of this may be redundant since everybody kind of watches the vlogs as well. Yeah. These little salt rock things allegedly help purify the air. I don't know if they do. Something about energy and crystals or some other thing. I had it as a nightlight, but unfortunately it no longer functions anymore really steadily, which is kind of disappointing because I kind of liked having it on at night. King size bed. Little drawers here. Not each one, or each one of them. So these two slide out independently. This whole thing, or I guess the bottom one slides out in whole. And we keep various clothing stuff and random things in these drawers. Try to keep them as organized as we possibly can. This little gadget, which the filter needs replacing on it, but we have it running quietly pretty much 24/7. There's the little Roomba. This vacuums in between the full-on vacuums that need to happen. There's the full-length body mirror that Diana wanted here, and I'm just checking out my my sexy. No, what?
Mine's bigger.
Yes, it is, and let's hope it stays that way because you're supposed to be. I'm not. Streamlined a lot of stuff in here over the past year. There's a place where we can store on each side. I think there we go. We can store like CDs or DVDs, which we never do. We don't really collect that kind of stuff anymore. There's our Blu-ray player. That is connected to this TV, which gets a lot of play. If we upgraded a TV, if we had another chance, this is the next TV that I think we would probably upgrade. We'd probably go bigger, flat, possibly bigger, flatter in that particular location. Atari 2600 because it's just fun. We don't really play games.
No, we don't.
If we do, it's on our phones or our tablets. Not so much console gamers, but that's just the kind of people we are. Another original art piece by Justin Hillgrove. Diana keeps her unmentionables here.
Gloves.
Well, those are mentionable.
Yeah, you can say that. And then socks, because I love different kinds of socks. Yeah, especially in the winter.
Which we're not in right now. Yeah. But you're warm.
Yeah.
Right now, even in summer, you're overheating because your body's producing extra heat. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to, though. Yeah. It's a good thing.
So working overtime.
It's supposed to, and we're very glad. All these things are being guarded by figures from Dorkside Toys. I haven't found any other place for them yet. They're probably going to move. I know I should probably move them, hon. I know. I'll move them. I promise. Because they kind of became like extensions of these from Sideshow. I thought that General Grievous worked well here. He fit the color scheme. He's kind of guarding, even though he's a bad guy. He's guarding the bathroom or keeping things protected in here. We keep towels in this little area. Oh yes, the daybed. Which Wicket, he'll come over here at night, and he used to pop in here, but lately he's been like working his way back behind, in between these cushions and this. So I moved it towards the back today just to see if he still he worms his way back there or what he does. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Master bath, again, you're probably quite familiar with this area. Speakers in the ceiling, which we do use frequently enough, although we do have a Bluetooth speaker. I'm not a big fan of cables and cords hanging out, but ultimately this is compromise. This is a compromise for me because it's like it's just always out in there. It drives me nuts, but I've learned to just accept it as a part of. See. Baby steps. Yeah, you gotta work with me.
I love being in here too.
Yeah, this is your office.
Yeah.
If anything.
I have everything I need, including music.
Well, yes. So this is the master bath. We don't really have territory necessarily in here.
No.
This is just shared space, obviously. There's Diana's collectibles, which she goes through, and.
Since I've been pregnant, I haven't used any of the scented lotions because they tend to make me kind of sick. So those are on hold for now, but I absolutely love these when I'm not pregnant. And these are just hair stuff, perfumes, nail polishes, travel lotions, lipsticks, and then we got this. Would you like to explain that?
I would love to explain that. All these boxes, all the little boxes everywhere, and caps or lids that had nothing to go on. Like they were just everywhere in random spots, random. I'm like, Diana was away like for a weekend or whatever week. You were away for a week, and I was like, okay, I'm putting all these caps together. So this is Cap Garden, and so all the random caps that I now find make their way here. So I've turned it into an art installment, and this is Box Garden. Yeah. With other lotions up there, hon. You ever going to use those lotions?
Oh, I just realized I haven't used any of my lipsticks since I've been pregnant, or nail polishes.
Yeah.
I miss them.
Well, they're right here. You see them every day.
I'm sure I'll get back in the hang of things once I'm not pregnant.
Yeah. And drawers with a bunch of clothes. Some of Diana's shoes. Yeah. Up here, more of Diana's shoes. Diana's side of the closet, my side of the closet. That I'm going through constantly. I'm constantly going through and looking to see what I can get rid of, what I can eliminate. Diana's purse zone.
Yeah, and some of the stuff's travel purses and some more shoes.
More of Diana's drawers. And
no, one of those is yours.
Oh, I got one of them. That's okay. See, but I'm not complaining, and I'm not saying I need more. I mean, I'm good. I'm really good. In fact, I know I need to even eliminate some of this stuff. This is where we have the dirty clothes hamper, step ladder there, and boy, I think that's about it, hon.
I think so.
Was this it? Was this the last of
Should
the
we show
house
the
tour?
bathtub?
Okay, we could.
Let me turn on the light.
It's a jetted tub. I personally like making my own bubbles, but Diana prefers the, pressing button kind of, you press button, and then it's a jetted tub. in the shower. Yeah, I'm not going to take one again today. Oh, we want to do this room too.
A little toilet?
Yes, we don't really collect magazines, but we have a tablet there. It's a nice tablet.
And you can close the door if you need privacy.
Which doesn't happen all that often in this house. I mean, we close doors all the time. I'm just saying privacy. Just after you start vlogging. We don't really have a safe room necessarily. Probably need to set one up at some point.
Just get rid of the doors.
No, we're probably going to need to get more doors and gates. Mordor! One does not simply eliminate Mordor. Mordor?
I get it.
You do?
A little bit.
Okay, well that's...
I say it all the time.
Well, okay, I'm happy you said you got it, even if you don't necessarily get it the same way that I get it. All right, so I'm pretty sure that's about it.
Yeah, should we walk him out?
Yeah, because it would be a little awkward to just keep him in the house. I mean, I don't want to do that. You guys got to go home to your own home, and maybe you got inspired and, may try something different in your home. And we're very happy to have you as a guest in our home every day. It's something that we do obviously on a daily basis, and will continue to do so long as we have support from our community. I've been forced to make certain changes in my business model, and I'm very happy to know that about 1,000 people have been picked up that call and been quite supportive of that effort as patrons, and that's really been very, very helpful for us this year, and will continue to be helpful as we continue growing this family and continuing to make our family a part of yours. I think that's really more than anything. How do I explain? What we do is we do a lot of things, right? I got this YouTube channel. I've got a dedicated Geek Lifestyles YouTube channel right now. Diana's got her channel, mostly mommy. Chances are our child or children would have their own YouTube channel. Or just, we're out there. We're living life out there and having fun all the while. So, we really appreciate all the support you guys give year round, not just on one day or another. I mean, many people are here on a regular basis and have us into their home. They experience our home from their home, and so our home is kind of shared in that capacity. So that's all I wanted to say before I walk them out. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, I just want to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, so we've come full circle.
Yay! Happy birthday.
I kissed your hair.
And here's to many more.
Indeed. Many, many, many more. All right. So everybody, thanks again. And I guess I'm going to have to walk them out because that's the problem is I can't just drop the camera.